really foreign. Even though, like, I have a lot of people in my family who have been arranged marriage, ranging from this is the person you're gonna marry and there's no discussion, to the person like they've seen you or you've seen them in a picture or something, decided that you want to pursue each other, and then it was like, they have a son, we have a daughter, I think we should just get them together. And this is not too long ago. This is like really very recent around me right now currently. And it's just like, I feel so far removed from that, and I feel like in my mind I've just said like, I don't want anything like that, so I've really drilled that in my mind.
Hold on a second. Like, you really just and people, I really need y'all to wake up, really wake up and understand what's going on out here in the world today. Like, you have people complaining over silly things. You have people arguing about foolishness. Like, we live in a country that allows so many different things to go on, and it's just amazing to me. Like, it's amazing. Like, we live in a country where I am literally sitting right next to, like, rubbing elbows with a person who has a family where it's like, yo, I've decided this is who you're marrying, so you're marrying them. Or, hey, look at this picture. You think that person's cute? All right, cool. I'm going to call up my friend because y'all are going to be married. Like, to know that that's there, and then also to know that I come from a family and a portion and a place where it's like, guess what? Whoever you want to marry. We don't care. Whatever color, whatever creed, whatever race, whatever religion, like, that's up to you. As long as they make you happy, that's all that matters to us. Like, literally, we don't care if they're rich. We don't care if they're poor. We would prefer that they were upward mobile and able to take care of you and could provide for a family and be a head of household. But it's really about the love of it all, and will that person really be able to love you and support you and be there for you? And so it's just amazing that the dynamic itself, this dynamic is just right here in this space, but the dynamic itself is all around us. And so,
but I also like want to say, the dynamics with the person that you're gonna marry, I think we're putting too much emphasis on how you marry the person more than who the person is. And what matters to me is like the person that I will marry. So I talk a lot about, like, a wedding is just like, it's just another party. It's just like an expensive one. It's just in your life. It's just one day. But what matters is basically the person that you're going to be with forever, and how you get there doesn't matter. And in my culture, so the dowry is really a big thing, where a man has to give it to a woman, and it's like, they say the lower the better. This is the religious aspect of it. The lower the better, but then there are people who will just make it really insane amounts because they want a lot of money, and then some people will make it really low because they feel like the money doesn't really matter, because it's and then some people are like, we are going to sell our daughters, or that's the price that we want, and if you can't bring that amount, sorry, we're not marrying you off to them. And it's like, some people want a decent amount and some people need the money, because it's there for a reason. Some families do need the money to be able to prep for the wedding and all these processes, and it's like, in the end, to me, just it matters the person, and it's not my money versus your money after that. Like, it just feels like my money is your money. So if my dowry is $1 million or $1, in the end, we're gonna have to like split that. That $1 is gonna go towards our wedding and our life, and you're gonna put that $1 million towards our wedding and life also. And I don't know, I feel like the most important thing is the person.
Well, see, now where will you go with the most important thing is the person? So then, if the most important thing is the person, then how you get married, I mean, does it really matter whether your marriage is arranged or whether you do a marriage at first sight, or if you go through a long dating process and then engagement process and then you get married and all of that stuff? If it's about the person you're with, I think the real question would really be, how long does it take for one to really learn who that other person is. How long does it take for each person to decide that they're really ready to show their true self in the relationship? Because I think it's only at that point that you really get to find out who you're with.
Yes, of course.
So
this has been in my mind for like years. Honestly, I've always had this question where I was asking people, like, I don't know what happens where people are so in love together for so many years and then randomly they break up, or they change, or they divorce or separate from each other. And it's like, once upon a time you guys were together and you had children and you lived together and these kind of things, and it like really blows my mind. And my cousin was like, because over time people become more comfortable with you, and they start sharing more, and you start learning more about who they are, and it's like you can't tolerate that any longer. So that's like, I think, what breaks things down. But also, like, it was just I couldn't find an answer to that for a long time. That's why
I feel like with that, yes, people do get a lot more comfortable with one another, but it's not that you get more comfortable and you start telling more things and then you realize you can't tolerate it. I feel like it's you get more comfortable and then you stop being that loving, kind, courteous person that you were in the beginning. You stop giving those extras, and you stop doing those little things that you did. When you first got together, you would bend over backwards for that person, because they were everything in the world to you. It was like, just to see that person, it was almost to see the sunrise. And so it's like, over time, you're like, I see this same daggone sun every day. Who the heck is flipping over backwards for this sun? I don't need to flip for this sun. Matter of fact, sun, get out my way. I'm trying to see some more sun shining. Matter of fact, where's the moon? I'm tired of seeing the sun. And so it gets to that point because people forget to stop and take a moment to reset, take a moment to be thankful for the fact that, hey, guess what? We found such a wonderful, loving union in each other. We have this wonderful, loving relationship. Just like you need to take a moment and stop and just recharge yourself. Every now and then, you need to recharge your relationship. Stop and say, hey, you know what? I really do appreciate you for everything that you are. I appreciate whatever the little things are, whatever the big things are. Show that appreciation. Make sure that you are continuing to give that person their flowers while they're still here to receive them, rather than, oh, I'm only going to give you your flowers when it's a special occasion, or on these days that the calendar said I'm supposed to be good to you, then I'm going to be good to you. But if you think back to the beginning, shoot, I was good to you every single day because I felt like every day was a day that you should have been praised and loved and enjoyed. So those are the things that people start to get lazy with doing and get comfortable in not doing those things. And you say, well, yeah, I used to get cute for you. Now I'm good in these sweats and I don't need to do nothing extra because I have you already. And it's like, well, come on, we got to keep doing the things we did.
Putting more effort in, yes, keeping that effort going. I think it's the little things that count. And I don't know, I think just knowing the person is the most important thing to me, regardless of how I meet them, I guess. It's my idea. I don't care how I meet you as long as, like, we are compatible.
See, that's where I believe that you need to be yourself from the beginning. It's hard for people to do that. Usually when you meet someone and you decide, well, hey, I like you, we can go ahead and be in a relationship. Even in pursuing a relationship, in the beginning, you only have a representative of yourself in the relationship. Both you and the other person aren't actually fully in the relationship. The best representative of yourself is actually in that relationship. And it's after 3 months, 6 months, 9 months or so have passed, after about a year or so has passed, that you're finally comfortable enough, and that representative is exhausted with being the person on the front line, and you say, all right, well, I don't need you to represent me anymore. Now I'm ready to be me 100%. And sometimes it's like, wait a minute, hold up. When the other person, when you realize as the other person, wait, hold up, who is this? And they're like, oh, well, this is me. Like, no, that's not who I've been dating. Like, nah, but this is who I really am. Like, I'm tired of doing the other stuff. No, you can't be tired, because that's who you've shown me. That's who I've met. That's who I fell in love with.
That's not who I married,
And so for me, Like, it takes a while to get to that point in your life where you can say, okay, I'm going to date somebody and not bring the representative. But I think it's best. Like, the relationship I'm in right now, there was zero representation when we first met. And I can tell you there was no representative, because at our first date, and he's going to be mad if he ever hears this and finds out I said it, but I don't care. At our first date, we sat and we ate and all of this stuff. And after the date, I called him, we were talking, and I said, yeah, so your posture, the next time we go out, I'm going to need you to just sit up a little bit more. Because I just was not pleased with his posture at the dinner table on our first date. And I had to let him know that, so that way on our second date, he could sit a little bit better. Was he shocked? Yes. Was he taken aback? Yes. But is he still with me to this day? Yes. Because I did not act like, oh, it's okay if he slouches. No, that's not me. And I'm not going to be okay with you slouching, because 6 months down the line, if you still slouching at the table and then I tell you I don't like you slouching, you're going to think something is wrong. I have an attitude. Or you're going to think, oh, what are you doing different? Why are you trying to act and be somebody new? Because I never had a problem with you slouching before, when in actuality, I had a problem with you slouching from day one. But I was trying to be cute, and so I didn't say nothing until day 80. No, we don't have time for that.
Yes.
You got to let them know from day one. Be you from the jump. Do not bring the representative. Bring you 100%, especially if you know it's a person that you feel everything can work with. Like, if you know what, this is definitely going to work, then bring you. Take that wig off, wipe that makeup off, let this person see who you are. If your room is a little junky, let him see the junky room. All right, if you know that you like to play video games in bed while you eating snacks, let her see that. You have to be able to be who you are.
I agree, honestly. I think breaking down these barriers are one of the important things in any relationship, and being able to communicate with someone, like, from the beginning is really, really important, and having no, like, judgment zones and no guards up between each other.
That's the truth. Well, listen, this has been an amazing talk. I think I'm gonna have to say, with a record, this has been one of my longest episodes, so that's pretty cool. Thank you all for listening. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to listen and tune in, because Z How Radio does it again. Another episode, another show in the books for you to enjoy and listen to and like and repost and share all of that stuff. We're on Instagram now at Z How Radio on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter, Z How Radio. Send us an email, zhowradio@gmail.com, if you want to talk about anything. If you want us to talk about anything with you, just let us know. All right, and let me know how you liked my guest host over here, because I'm thinking about possibly doing a show that we team up on, and I think that'll be great. What do you think about that?
I am very excited, honestly. Really excited. I can't wait to actually. I've always been wanting to podcast. I don't know if you've seen the meme that was like, I'm in my late 20s. I should probably find a stable job or start a podcast. And it's like, me, start a podcast. And I really, really want to do a podcast. So I'm excited. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you. Thank you for being here with us, for being in the car with me. I hope I didn't move around with my jacket and give too much background noise. Y'all know I am still working on being great, but I love y'all for being here with me through all the bumpy roads. We will be smooth sailing one day. So, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been Night Talk. This has been Relationship Talk with Kia. I have so many different shows. It's ridiculous. This has been Relationship Talk with Kia. Tune in to all our shows. Make sure you listen to the new episodes of 3 Minute Talk, Night Talk, all of the good stuff, Kia's Thoughts. And I'm out.